The Swan and the Family, a story of working together. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor man with his wife and two sons. They struggled to make ends meet, and there was often little or no food at home. The man, tired of trying to find work in the village without success, decided to leave and try his luck elsewhere. One evening, he told his family, "We will leave this village tomorrow and search for a better life." They picked their few belongings and set out. After working for a long time, they found themselves deep in a forest. It was getting dark, so they decided to rest for the night. The man said, "Let's make a fire to keep warm." He sent his elder son to collect wood and his younger son to fetch water. He asked his wife to prepare a stove while he cleaned the area around a big tree. Everyone worked together, doing their part. As the water heated over the fire, a swan flew down from the tree. The swan, seeing the family working so hard but with nothing to cook, asked, "What will you cook in that pot?" The man looked up at the swan and said, "We have nothing to cook, but if we catch you, we will have something to eat." The swan was frightened and quickly said, "Please don't harm me. If you spare my life, I will give you something better than food." The man, curious, asked, "What could you give us?" The swan replied, "Follow me, and I will show you." The swan flew a little distance, and the family followed. The swan landed near a small spot on the ground and started digging with its beak. To their surprise, the swan uncovered a hidden treasury of gold coins. The family was overjoyed. They thanked the swan for its kindness, collected the gold, and returned to their village. With the treasury, they were able to build a nice house and start a small business. Soon they were no longer poor and they lived happily together. The neighbors, noticing their sudden change in fortune, grew curious. One neighbor, jealous for their success, asked the youngest son how they become so wealthy. The boy innocently told him about their encounter with the swan in the forest. Greedy and eager to get the same treasury, the neighbor picked up his family and went to the same forest. They reached the same tree and decided to spend the night there, just as the poor family had done. But unlike the first family, the neighbor's children refused to collect wood or water. His wife also said she was too tired to help. Frustrated, the man gathered everything himself and started the fire. Just like before, the swan flew down from the tree and asked, "What will you cook with no food?" The man, greedy for gold, replied, "I will kill you and eat you." The swan, seeing their laziness and greed, smiled and said, "The family who came before you work together and help each other. So I help them, but you don't even work together. I have nothing for you." The neighbor realized his mistake, but it was too late. The swan flew away, leaving them with nothing. The moral of the story: when people work together, they can achieve great things. Those who are lazy and selfish may miss out on life's true rewards. story, please subscribe Story Time. Like, share, and comment below with your ideas. Please share your thoughts, stay positive, and keep going until the next time.